If you've ever considered starting a blog and taking to the big time, then this interview's for you. We sat down with the genius behind thinkgeoenergy.com to find out exactly how he did it.
My name is Alex. I'm Alexander Richter from thinkgeoenergy.com. I'm the founder and editor. Thinkgeoenergy.com is the leading news and information platform for the geothermal energy industry. We founded the company in 2009. I initially founded the website purely as a blog. The idea was to for me personally, to stay on top of things that happen in that industry, and it then quickly turned out into a blog that's been read a lot, and I then turned it into a full-fledged news website. And the main hurdle in that has been to essentially bring it from a blog to a news website and present this throughout the design of the website and the way we interact with people in the industry. And there was a challenge also with regards to designing the website in a way that brings more people to the site and understands it more like a news website rather than a simple blog of some dude somewhere else. Going through the design process with the designer has been the first iteration was very easy and worked out really well. And the second extension, it was really challenging and not really what we expected, but we overcome it. Well, when we started the website, the idea was to add different functionalities to the website. And as a news website, naturally the challenge is to make it attractive for advertisers and so on, because we want to keep it free. So we wanted to add in certain elements on the website that would incentivize companies to pay. So we added a job platform, and that was a complete disaster. We spent a lot of money and effort in doing that and setting this up, but it was clearly not successful. Either the companies didn't want to pay, or simply that there were not enough jobs in the industry. So that was a learning experience. We also set up a company directory for the industry, and it was technically very, very difficult to set it up, and we spent too much time and too much resources to get it up, and it's still up today, but nobody's using it, so we had to rethink this a little bit. Well, I think to start with, I think just the simplicity of being able to use a blog platform like WordPress and Google Apps to basically set up your domain and your email address was simply stunningly easy and enabled us to set things up quite quickly, and hosting and everything. I mean, that's stunningly easy and has helped us a lot. And then I have to say, I think also one of the main things that made things a lot easier is that I had a full-time job and was doing this on the side. So every penny that I earned with the website, I could flip right into the website, which is naturally a luxury to have. And so I could reinvest for probably 3-4 years every income straight into the development of the site, and that was very nice, and it enabled like an organic growth based on tools that were available for free, but also then enabled me to buy some of the software or the packages that cost something. But it was a very great way to move your company forward. The main challenge for us today is that we've reached a level where we are the leading news website for this international global geothermal energy industry. And now basically our main challenge is to move it to the next level. And we realize that we cannot do it on our own any longer. So we're now looking at ways to extend the platform, adding the research that we've done for the industry as a basis and a database, and to build up a completely new website with new functionality on the website. And for that we need a lot of resources in the form of people, but also in in programming help to kind of get this website up and running, and then naturally do the whole marketing campaign. So I see us raising money with strategic partners in the coming months. Well, I'm probably more an entrepreneur by accident. I was, well, you would call this today a corporate entrepreneur within the bank here in Iceland, and we had a lot of kind of freedom to develop products and business within the bank, and I enjoyed a lot to have that freedom to develop something new, and I learned a lot in that process. And yeah, so at the end of the day, when things change in the banking world, I kind of felt I wanted to stay part of the industry that I developed such a passion for, and then I founded thinkgeology.com as a possibility to stay part of the industry. So I would call myself an accidental entrepreneur, but a very passionate one now. Number one, I'm very passionate about the geothermal energy industry and the opportunities it provides. And I founded the website and the company simply in the belief that the industry deserves a better representation than has been available at that time. Also, the industry kind of needs to do better marketing, positioning itself towards other renewable energy technologies. So ThinkGeology was a way for me to kind of provide this in a way of how I want to see it, or how I wanted to see it as a customer at the time, and develop this based on my design sense, my sense of what is needed for the industry, and then that's what I'm really passionate about it, and that's been driving our development. My customers today, I think, love the website mostly for the reason that it's the only website that provides this aggregated and curated news from the global geothermal energy industry, with a certain filtered news pieces that are of interest to people in the industry, that are focused on certain elements of the geothermal industry, and then basically providing information that helps companies in their business development efforts internationally. And also, I think that's one thing that is probably the most important one, it provides a fantastic promotional tool for the geothermal industry that I represent here today. What inspires me to keep going is essentially the feedback that I get from people in the industry. Individuals that send me emails and say that this is a great tool for them to drive their business forward, that it's a great tool to promote geothermal energy. And that's what drives me. It drives me a lot, that feedback from people in the industry, but also from people outside of the industry that kind of tell me that, wow, I didn't know that this industry is so lively and that there's so much going on. And in that combined feedback that I get on a daily basis is fantastic. And then following up the reader numbers on with analytics is something that kind of gives me a confirmation that we are on the right path. So yeah, that's very inspiring. The question of inspiration is naturally a very interesting one, and I've thought about this a long time, and I have to say it all started with an American that lives in Japan, Gar Reynolds, who found this passion about presentation design, and founded a blog called Presentation Zen, and I think that was my starting point in my entrepreneurial life, that I saw someone having a passion and building a brand around that and creating a living out of that, and I think that was very inspiring for me. So that's probably one of the most important inspirations for me in getting where I am today. At the same time, there are a large number of individuals in the industry that I represent, and who for decades worked in the industry and gone through ups and downs of the industry, and have driven this forward purely based on passion. And I think they deserve me to keep going on.